Wearing your cleaning shoes?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't want to slip and fall.
Oh.
I don't have those hospital grip shoes.
All right, Grandma. Welcome back. Vlog number 9. So this week is all about adjustments. I feel like I started hitting my stride a couple weeks ago, and then last week I hit a little bit of a rut. Student engagement started to fall off just a little bit, and so I made some changes this week to my schedule. A couple of little activities that I changed, I tweaked. We're gonna see how it goes. I did not put out a vlog last week. Honestly, I was dealing with a lot of student behaviors, a lot of challenging behaviors, and I felt like last week, had I done a vlog, the vlog was turning out to be very negative, and I just didn't have a lot of value to put out for you guys. And this channel is not about being negative. I decided to just not do the vlog last week, but this week I'm back at it again. Yesterday was Monday. We had a great day. The changes that I made worked really well, so I'm going to keep you updated, and we'll see how my changes. I'll let you know what changes I made and everything. But all right, let's get it today. Let's go after it. So to reflect a little bit on last week before I get started with my Tuesday, I think because I recognized so early on this year that I had a huge gap in ability. I had a lot of students, half of my class knew almost all their letters and sounds. They went to preschool, and half the class did not go to preschool, so I had no exposure. So because I realized that so quickly, I moved into small groups so fast this year that I started realizing at the end of the week last week that because I did that, I didn't get to do the normal community building types of activities that you would normally do at the beginning of the year. I pushed so hard for academics right away that I kind of left that fall behind. So I feel like that had a lot to do with some of the challenging behaviors I had last week. So this week is all about community building. I'm still doing my small groups, but one thing that I'm doing is each day this week, I'm having my lunch with one of my groups. Yesterday I had lunch with blue group, and today I'm going with green group. And so that's giving me some face-to-face time with my students in a non-academic setting, just to get to know them better and for them to get to know me better. That's a vital part of your classroom, and I was so concerned with getting that small group instruction out there because I had noticed that need with my class that I just kind of neglected the other parts. So this week it's all about community building. I'm doing table points this week, so when my students this table points and brain power is two separate things. Brain power, if you've watched my vlogs before, the brain power jar is all about growing your brain and getting smarter by hard work and doing your work. But the table points is all for management pieces. So like when your team passes their papers out or collects them efficiently, then they get a table point, or during transitions and things like that. So that's like the management part, and the brain power is for the academics. So they've been working on that, and they've been enjoying the table points. When they get to 10 points, if they get 10 points at the end of the day, they get a prize, a sticker, a piece of candy from the candy drawer, whatever it might be that day. So that's been going over well. I've also got a couple of adjustments that I've made to my schedule. I did not have anything at the end of the day, center time, choice time, anything like that, and I added a 15-minute choice time at the end of the day. They have recess to look forward to in the morning, and now we've got the center time at the end of the day as an incentive. I let the team that has the most points, I let the team that gathered the most points throughout the day choose their center first as an incentive to, try your very best. So I tried that yesterday and it worked well. With everything though, you have to see how it goes through a course of multiple days, especially towards the end of the week. So yeah, just a quick update, and I will update you later, and I'll see you guys later. Alrighty then. Alright then, end of the day, and overall I'd say today was a success. So now it's just Tuesday, end of the day Tuesday, and after my rough week last week, that's 2 days in a row that I deemed to be a success. Something that I did, that I consciously decided to do, is over the weekend, I sat down and I pinpointed the parts of the day that were the trouble parts, and I asked myself, what can I do differently to affect student behavior or their engagement level? And I made some adjustments to my afternoon block because the morning wasn't the issue, it was the afternoon. So how do I keep them engaged throughout the long day? And I just made a few adjustments. Something that I did that was a real quick thing was I moved my guided math to immediately after they get back from their special, because they have more energy and they have more focus then. So we start right away with guided math, and then instead of watching a video for 10 minutes, I give them it's like a performance task, a math performance task. So it's something that we work on together. I let them eat their snack while working on that performance task. Yesterday we did, I scrambled up a bunch of numbers on the 100 chart, 1 through 20, and I had each student come up and make a switch until we got all right. So that was high engagement for them, and they still got to eat their snack. So it's just making a couple of changes and tweaks. I felt a little bit defeated after the week last week, and I had to look inward and ask myself, what can I do differently? What can I do better? And so that's what I did. Something funny happened today. Well, I decided to have every group, I wanted to build some community, and I wanted to get to know my students better, and I want to build those relationships. So each day this week, I'm having lunch bunch with a different group. And today I had lunch bunch with my green table. And the girls at my green table, we were eating, we were talking. And after we were done eating, I started wiping down one of the tables, and they asked if they could help me wipe the tables down. And so I gave them each a Clorox wipe, and we all together started wiping down all the tables in this classroom. And one of the girls, when she was wiping down, started singing, "It's a hard knock life for us." And so me and the girls that were in that group were all wiping down the tables while singing that song. So that was just a fun moment that we had. I had to give up my lunchtime, my time to do any planning or setting things up, but that 15-20 minutes of time that I had with those students today was more valuable, because we had a connection and we were able to talk to each other, and it was a non-academic setting. So that was really successful today, and tomorrow I'm going to see my yellow group, and hopefully we can have a great time like we did today. The goal of a teacher is not to have your students like you. That's not the goal. Hopefully, if you're a good teacher and they can see that you respect them and you care for them, that they will like you. But I will say this, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to misbehave for a teacher that you like. So I wanted to kind of go that extra mile this week to build those relationships with those students, have them get to know me better. I asked them questions, they asked me some questions. Just stuff like, what's your favorite TV show? That kind of stuff, surface level things. But it was successful, and I had a great day today. Also, this is a quick tip. There will undoubtedly be a time in your career that you have, one of your specials teachers will be absent because maybe they're sick or they had another something going on. And normally we usually get a sub, no big deal. But if a sub didn't come, or we couldn't find a sub in time, you're gonna go a day without your prep. So that happened to me today, and it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because not only do you have to find something to do for that hour or 40 minutes or whatever, then you don't get that planning time. So a quick tip is watch a movie. Just watch a movie. And a couple movies that kids like that have been wins for me in the past. For some reason, Mulan, Disney's Mulan, they love that movie, kindergartners. The Despicable Me movies, the Minions movies, and any of the old-fashioned Disney movies that they may have not seen yet. So that is a quick tip. I also have them watch it. I have it on my iTunes, so I just play it right off my Apple TV, and I project it on the whiteboard, and they sit on the carpet in front of it. When they're that close to it and it's loud, they're more engaged than if I try to show it on a DVD player on a TV that's 25, 30 feet away from them. So that's just another quick tip. If you're ever in a bind and have to watch a movie, if you can project it on your projector and sit them in front of the projector versus on a TV. So, yeah. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and today we have library in the morning. Every Wednesday we have library in the morning, followed by computer lab time. So the morning goes pretty quickly on Wednesdays. It's easy to prepare for. We just do breakfast, our normal morning routine, and then our phonics lesson, and then it's time for, library. So not a lot to get ready for this morning, but now that my students are more independent on computers, I'm going to start taking my computer lab game to the next level. So what I envision is that when we're in the computer lab, I can use that time to work with students individually. As you know, I do small group instruction almost every day for reading, guided reading, but I don't get a lot of chance to do one-on-ones. So today I'm going to bring some materials down to the computer lab with me, and while the other kids are on computers, I'm going to do some work one-on-one. Now, the reason why I had to wait so long is because now where everybody's independent on computers, they'll still have trouble, but I can get 5 to 10 minutes of uninterrupted instruction in, at least, during our computer time. So we're going to see how that works. I'm going to work with some extra letter stuff. I'm going to bring my flashcards for letters, and I'm going to pull the kids that need to work on it, and I'm going to go ahead and work with them on that. So we're going to see how that goes. Other than that, today we've got a normal day slated. We got a guided math lesson towards the end of the day, and my goal is to eat lunch with the yellow group today, and we'll see if I can make build some. My goal is to eat lunch with the yellow team today for lunch bunch. So that's been pretty successful for me this week, along with my other minor changes. So I'll update you later. Oh yeah, so yesterday I did my center time, and at the end of the day I did the choice center time. It was awesome. I actually set out 2 academic centers, and so I did a writing center and I did a build a word center, along with Legos and computers, and I think one more, Mr. Potato Head. But a lot of kids actually chose the academic centers, and so the idea behind this free choice time is exactly that, free choice. And I incentivize it by having the table that has the most points pick first. Yesterday, the table that came in last was disappointed that they did not get what they wanted to do right away, so I had a chance to talk to them and say, well, tomorrow, if you want to make sure you get what you want right away, make sure you have the most points. And I actually got out, let me just show you. I actually got out some puzzles. Well, one puzzle. I have these large floor puzzles here, right there. And I got one out, and let me just put you down. Put you in here. I got a large floor puzzle out, and me and 3 or 4 other kids, we put it together, and it was actually kind of challenging, but I sort of taught them some of the basics of puzzles, like find the corner pieces, find the edge pieces, and that thing. And it was really cool to see them persevere through it, because they were having trouble finding the pieces, and we all struggled through it together, and we got the puzzle made, and it was this really cool moment for us. And I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna get a different puzzle, and so I'll always sort of be over here on the carpet doing puzzles. But it was just a good 15 minutes of non-academic time where actually academics took place, but just some time to sort of hang out and have fun. So I'm gonna try it again today, and it was great. So yeah, I just wanted to update you on that. If you don't have built-in time for that, see about trying to get built-in time, maybe change your schedule a bit and see if you can work that in. Day is done. It's end of the day Wednesday. I'm on my way home. We are having my family, my parents over tonight for supper. We're making some crock-pot chicken fajitas. Very excited about that. If you've not watched my vlogs before, I'll explain. So every week my wife and I try to have something to look forward to each weeknight, because like it gets really old fast like the whole adage working for the weekend, you know, like only having things to look forward to on the weekend, you know. So why not do things that you enjoy on the weeknights too? And so we make, before we start a work week, we sort of schedule out the week and find something that we're going to look forward to each night. So tonight we're having my family over for dinner. We're really excited to do that. So that's going on tonight. But today, to reflect a little bit, 5 and 6 year olds are so, they don't understand their emotions. They have not fully yet developed empathy. They don't, not all of them can express their feelings. And so you have a lot of reactive behaviors. You took my pencil that I had, now I'm gonna hit you. So it's not like, okay, this kid hit another kid, so now they have to be in trouble, or there's just got to be a consequence. It's more like, let's talk through the situation and discuss why that's not an appropriate reaction. Because chances are, if the kid that got hit didn't really get hurt, right? Like, unless they did, and then it's a different situation. But it's having a full dialogue with both parties involved, and okay, you look upset. What happened? He took my crayon. Okay, so then their reaction was to hit. You then have to come to a conclusion, and the kid that hit and the kid that took the pencil need to both apologize and work it out. But if you just move a card or move a clip when you saw somebody hit somebody, you did not get to the bottom of the problem, and the problem is still going to arise. It's going to happen again. And I'm not saying that talking through it is going to make sure that you won't have any problems anymore, but it's just so complex, and everything's not black and white, you know. You gotta get to the bottom of things, and a lot of times our students don't have the words to express what's going on. And even if you have a child that's being defiant or acting out or not doing their work, there's always a reason behind it. Always. And to separate yourself from your own emotions, you gotta remember and realize that it's probably not personal. The student isn't acting out because they dislike you or want to make you upset. I text a lot of my parents and Facebook message and email and that sort of thing when a behavior becomes a trend. So if a kid has a bad day, you got a bad day, everybody's entitled to a bad day. But if a certain behavior in a certain student starts to become a trend, then I'll reach out to the parent and contact them through one of those means.